Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking to Bithika Raha, our distinguished guest today, about Nitya Kala, the dance heritage. She has not only been involved in producing and presenting dance and other programs, but she has also been involved in producing CDs and films and other very informative material about Bangladeshis, Bengalis living in London. We'll come to that in a few minutes, and I'll show you her cassettes and publications. 30 years is a long time, isn't it? In 1986 to 2016. And you have been involved in many other things. This is a, can we show this on a screen, please? This is about Tagore, a touch of Tagore. Can you focus it? Zoom it, please. Right. Okay, yeah. What's it about?
I know I've gone into all different kinds of work. We were quite fortunate to receive some grants from the Heritage Lottery Fund.
Oh, great.
So in 2005, I was called to have a meeting with the lady, 1 hour meeting. I had no idea what they wanted me to do. So I just went for it. She says, would you be interested in doing some oral history films? Not film, oral history of the Bengalis. She probably thought, I mean, there's no offense, I'm a Bengali, but from West Bengal.
Right.
And she thought I'm from Bangladesh, doesn't matter. So I said, yes, I can do a film, not a film, oral history.
Right.
So it was a very strenuous application, got quite a good amount of money to do a project called A Glimpse of Bengal. And I was sent to British Library to have a training on oral history.
Right.
And I found out oral history is done in a little tape. You take a little cassette to the various people to take their stories. I thought, I'm going to make a film. I'm not going to make that little cassette and put it away.
Right.
I want to make a film. I know that the money was very little. I was very, very happy to get some crew from India, very, very good young men. They came, the director, the film, etc. So I made a film on the Bengali, which is the first one.
Yeah, but we were talking about
yes,
the Touch
I
of
know,
Tagore.
that, we will go back. So after I did this one, the second project, they again gave me some more funds.
Right.
Second project, I wanted to do a touch of the Tagore dance and Manipuri dance.
Right.
Well, Manipuri dance is a classical form which is not very known in this country. So I've taken this and Tagore dance. Now what is Tagore dance? Tagore is a poet. He has written a huge amount of poems. But what is Tagore dance? So in order to explain the Tagore dance, I thought if I make a film where by introducing these dances, we can bring out the poetry, the writing of a great poet, and introduce him to a new kind of audience who probably have just heard about him, but don't know much about him. So it is in an indirect way introducing them, because all these films are for the school curriculum. And it is a very good way of introducing Tagore to the young people as well as the people of this country.
Well, what sort of curriculum are they used for? I mean,
it is the case key stage 4, 5. So I mean,
studying different cultures.
Yes, about culture, but I was very lucky or unlucky now, because Dr. Marland, an educationist, he was so excited about my film at home in London. And then when I got this one, he again became associated with my work.
Can you show this on the screen? Because we are talking about at home in London, okay? Yeah. Can we focus it more? No. Okay. Thank you. Good. Thank you. This is at home in London that we're talking about.
Before I say further, this is very significant in the sense this film, probably the first oral history film, and Dr. William Radici, when he was in SOAS, he wrote to me a mail, I still have, that perhaps we could put it in the MA course of Bengali at SOAS, this film, because it has, I have recorded the story of many people of Bangladesh and Bengali from Bangladesh and India, from various walks of life, telling the story. It is the 50 years history. The people who came in 1950s, and I took, that period was from 1950 to 2000.
Right.
So the stories are so fascinating, how they survived, how the society was. And that time, British Museum was doing a Voice of Bengal, and they invited me to show this one in British Museum with the introduction.
How far did you go back? I mean, when were the first Bangladeshis or Bengalis arrived in this country to settle?
They arrived before that, but my history in this film is from 1950 to 2000. People who came in 1950,
Right.
50s.
Yes.
So
Who were the people who came in 1950s?
Many.
The seamen?
Many people in Bangladesh, yes.
They were called Laskars.
Yes, yes. In Bengal, but from West Bengal,
Right.
it's a completely different story. And I am quite surprised that I had a call at that time from Museum of London to write an article in connection with this film. And the lady said, we are not aware of any people from West Bengal. We only know Bangladeshi people. I am not too sure that she was right. I mean, there are so many Durga Pujas, so many things. So I still have a piece of paper from Museum of London writing. Before Bithika Raha did this film at home in London, we were not aware of the people from West Bengal. I don't want to dispute, but I do dispute.
Well, ignorance.
I do not believe that they didn't know about the people of West Bengal, because Tagore, Ram Mohan Rao, and such big people, they came so many years ago, they were so famous. It is something, I don't know, maybe that particular person, I don't know why they wrote it, and I still have that piece of article writing that particular line. And
Probably you were not in that large a number like that of people from Bangladesh.
Sorry?
Probably people from West Bengal were not in that large a number.
Yeah, that could be the reason.
And also because you did not live in a one particular area, see?
Yeah, probably it is because of the language, because the people who came, I know I shouldn't use that word elite.
Yeah.
You know, it is a kind of people who came here, they came for higher studies.
Right.
They probably didn't interact with these people or go for lobbying.
Those were different times. Even you and I, we came for studies, you see. And studies and went on and on and on, and then things changed back home, and then we decided to live here, see.
Many people who didn't have to stay here, they took higher degrees, they went away. So
I mean,
they probably moved in a different society,
True,
so they
true.
didn't know. So I don't want to go into it,
Right.
but coming into this Touch of Tagore and the other one, the Touch of Tagore, and it's interesting in the sense that that we could, I mean,
Yeah. Let's move to this CD of yours. This CD, can you focus on it? This CD was released at House of Commons.
Yeah,
That was in 2014.
14.
I was there.
Yes, because we
And
were,
another one, In Pursuit of Love and Devotion. That's good. Thank you. Yeah.
but he will talk about my most favorite one later on, In Many Moods. Yes, I know. I mean, it is very confusing going from one to another. Yes, I mean, I believe in translation of Tagore's work, which has been done by many scholars. There are many translations all over the world in many, many languages. But what I did in my own little way, that to do the dance productions, I always chose the translation. One of the major works I did in 1992, translating Tashir Desh by Tagore, The Land of Cards, in Hindi. Because my students came from different states of India, also from Pakistan. My students were very cosmopolitan, and I wanted to introduce Rabindranath Tagore to them. So I got it translated in Hindi. In those days, the parents could understand Hindi, but now we have moved farther away. The parents are all, they speak English, so now I do
But they still
in
understand Hindi, isn't it? They still understand Hindi.
They do, but it's not easy to understand that kind of language.
True.
The poetic language.
Yes,
it's difficult. It's very difficult.
Understanding Bollywood film is a different thing.
That's a different thing. That's a different thing. So that CD you were talking about, I launched that CD at the House of Commons when we were celebrating 100 years of Nobel Prize.
Yes.
Nobel Prize award to Tagore.
Your celebration came a little later because it should have been 2013.
It was in 2013. I was tired of doing too many shows, so I just moved it. No, but it was 2013 to 14, the 1 year celebration. So it falls into that period. So in this CD, I have Tagore in different languages, in Hindi, in Urdu, in Bengali, in English, and people from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from UK, from West Bengal. The Pakistan one, I had a Pakistani friend who translated the poem and recited on it. And that is one of the unique CD that we made. But before that, we did In Many Moods, which is much more significant. I'm sure you've seen that one.
Yeah, we will show that to our audience in the next segment. But I just wanted to ask you that Tagore has influenced a lot of regions and their language and literature and music. Do you find that Tagore's music, poetry has also influenced his particular style of music, also influenced Bollywood films? Music in Bollywood films?
I don't know whether I could say influence. I mean, this is a very vast subject, and many singing class and many singers, they have done shows on Tagore's music and Bollywood film. There are certain, I mean, one song in recent time is very, very common because it came in 70s, I think, or 80s, a film called Abhiman. Jodi tare nai chini ko tere mere milan ki naina Abhimani. Okay. Then we have many films, many
it also like that, Amar holo, Tomar holo, Shuru Amar holo, Shara. Chukar mere man ko kiya apne ishara.
I mean, to be frank, I mean, I know I should have kept a nice list of it, because if I'm talking all in a sudden from the memory, I may be confused, giving a confusing or a very wrong information.
No, but we know that
it should be a very specialized person who really will have a good collection and talk about it.
But you are a specialist on Tagore for me.
No, I'm a very ordinary person. No.
Well, Bithika, we need to take another break.
Thank you.
And then when we come back, we will continue with the very interesting discussion about your good work. Thank you for being with us. Don't go away. We'll be back soon.